Good evening. Welcome to Home Team Sports, coming to you live from the Barker Center at Charlestown Middle School. Jeremy Adkins joined with Brandon Ashenfelter.
Yes, sir.
Brandon, good to be with you again, sir.
Always.
You ready for this showdown with massive playoff implications?
I am. It's a huge night in middle school basketball this evening. We've got a lot going on. Wildwood versus North tonight. Wildwood undefeated, North at 7-1. And then these two teams, you got a 7-1 and a 6-2. So huge basketball, and we'll let you go ahead and break down everything that's on the line for tonight.
There's a lot to break down. Coach Ryan Miller from over at Wildwood, the GOAT, put a nice list together for Home Team Sports with all the playoff implications tonight. Your current standings in the MAC: Wildwood 8-0, South 7-1, North 7-1, Charlestown Middle 6-2, Musselman 4-4, Harpers Ferry 4-4. So basically it goes like this: if Wildwood and South both win tonight, Wildwood, South will be your top two seeds, followed by North and Charlestown. Charlestown wins tonight, they can tie records with South, and it's going to come down to point differentials. So this is a very important game, and well,
I don't think that these teams want to go down to the point differential. So
I do not, but it's going to be a little bit different tonight.
It is indeed. I think we got the injury report from South around like 5 o'clock.
Around 5 o'clock
when our producer got here. But it looks like Boston Todd, he is off to the side with the shoulder sling on. We're hearing that he chipped a bone in the shoulder. So not sure how long he'll be out, but best of luck to that man in his recovery, because we know that his team is going to miss him. So
Charlestown is also down a man. Xavier Gerdak will not be with his team tonight. He is homesick. We understand he had to leave school early, so I'm sure he was trying to tough it out so he could play this game tonight. So going to have little different looks than we've seen from both these teams before.
I mean, if I'm not mistaken, Mr. Gordock, he's their point guard as well.
He's
correct?
definitely their point guard.
One down to point guard and the other down to point guard. So
we're going to have some different ball handlers tonight.
I think that Mr. Zion Stanley needs to step up for South tonight. I'm not sure who they're going to start.
Definitely an opportunity for him.
No doubt about it. I don't know who they're going to start in his place, in Boston Todd's place, but I guess we'll see right now.
Looks like Carter Bradley's joining the starting lineup tonight.
Just the starters?
No, they're actually announcing the whole team here. That's pretty cool, Charlestown.
Yeah.
Give the whole team some shine.
Everybody gets a little recognition.
Think the coaching decisions are going to be a little more important tonight with both these teams losing their primary ball handler and floor general.
Well, this is something that they need, though, come playoff time. They need to see who's going to step up in these absences. So I'm anxious to see who this player is going to be, to take Boston's workload, because he does do a lot for South Middle School.
Primary ball handler, drives to the basket a lot. Definitely been our Home Team Sports co-player of the game for the game we did, Brandon.
Indeed. And Mr. Rhodes needs to have a great game as well.
Looks like we're going to have Stanley, Nakeem Thompson, Kai Rhodes.
Looks like my guess was correct.
Your guess was correct.
And these are two very experienced coaches, too. So, and Jason Smith and, Bo Wilkes. So I think that they're definitely going to go in their coaching bag and see what they can pull out with, down two of their best players. So.
Yeah, Coach Smith has been over here at Charlestown a long time.
Indeed.
He was here when my children were playing middle school ball years ago. Got a nice view. Thank you to Charlestown Middle School for hooking us up with the corner tonight.
Yeah, this gives you the real broadcasting feel right here when they set you up in the corner, give you a
to be
table.
Down on the floor.
Yeah, see everything firsthand. And I think obviously the EPBOA, our official board, knew that tonight's action has a lot of playoff implications. So they do have two very experienced referees on these games. So excited. I'm excited.
Cannot wait to see what tonight is going to bring. The players are on the court, and we're ready to jump ball.
Got Mr. Rhodes versus Mr. Schultz for the jump ball.
And Rhodes will win the jump ball. Oh, looks like we're going to re-jump. No, we're not. It's going to be Charlestown's possession.
Got side out here.
Going to be McCarthy bringing the ball across the timeline.
Nice defense by South. Mr. Dick.
Ryan Dick to the rack.
Ooh,
pass back to Stanley.
Great pass.
And Zane Stanley is on the board. South 2, Charlestown 0. South pressing. Got Weaver and Stahl passing the ball back and forth, swinging it around.
It looks like South is in a man-to-man, but they are doing good move by Mr. Weaver.
Thompson bringing the ball up court.
Looks like there's going to be some action here, Jeremy. These kids are running up and down, and they're getting after it.
South settling into their offense. Stanley looks like he's going to be your primary ball handler tonight, I believe, possibly with Thompson.
Good pass.
Ryan Dick from the corner.
Good move
Thompson
by
with
Mr.
the rebound
Thompson.
to the rack, just off. Rebound by Charlestown, Landon Schutz. Carter Quinn to the rack, passes to the corner, intercepted by Thompson. Thompson pressing up to Kai Rhodes. Off the backboard and off the mark. Like Landon Stahl with the rebound.
We're going to have our first timeout.
And Coach Smith is going to call a timeout.
Obviously, he's not happy with something, maybe offensively or defensively. They have let two easy layups. Good thing that, South couldn't finish. So,
well, I think he's Charlestown's rushing the ball right now, I believe, without Mr. Gerdak, their primary ball handler.
Yeah.
And I think he wants his team to settle down a little bit, try to work the ball around and look for a crack in the zone.
Yeah, and my thing, I think these players, obviously as a coach, I'm sure you've told them what implications this has on their playoff seeding. So there might be a little extra nerves here tonight, but hopefully they'll get past it here soon.
And maybe a little more nerves from the Panthers than the Trojans.
Yes.
South has been battle-tested. Only 2 losses in the last 2 seasons for the Trojans. And
experienced team, that's for sure.
And one of those was to Wildwood. And in my humble opinion, they are definitely the leader of the pack right now.
Oh, no doubt about that one. Got Mr. Weaver with the ball in the shot.
Long 3 off the bar.
That's a nice-looking shot right there by Mr. Weaver.
Stanley's going to press it up. He's got Thompson.
Way to run the floor.
Nakeem Thompson with the layup. Charlestown having a little bit of trouble advancing the ball. They finally get it across half court.
Good pass.
Mr. Stahl to the rack. Passes it off to Landon Schutz for 2. South holding a 4-2 advantage with 3 minutes and 50 seconds here to go in the first.
And it looks like Mr. Thompson's going to take some of that ball handling, away from Mr. Good move, Mr. Dick.
Keem's definitely an experienced ball handler. He's a point guard on the AAU circuit.
Well, I don't know if South has a kid on their team that can't really dribble. I mean, I think all of them have a good handle, and they can help take care of that workload. Good shot by Mr. Weaver. Definitely
a good point, Brandon. They definitely have 5 kids on the floor who can control the ball, and 6 if you count Mr. Todd, who's absent tonight with his injury. Charlestown has tied the game at 4. South working the ball around, swinging it around the perimeter.
Thompson.
Off the mark, ball out of bounds to the Panthers. Coach Smith calling out a play to his team.
4-4. I think this is going to be a great ball game here tonight.
Charlestown goes to the middle to break the press.
Good pass. Number 25 with the ball. Over to Mr. Quinn. Mr. Quinn dribbles. Good defense by Mr. Stanley. Weaver with the ball, and it looks like Weaver is their playmaker tonight. Ooh.
Inside to Stahl, off the mark. Ooh.
Travel.
Got him with the travel and is off balance. Got a tie game, still seeing a lot of nerves, Brandon.
Yes, very, very much so. I mean, you see a wide open layup miss down there, but it's expected. I mean, they are middle school kids. We're going to see some mistakes and a lot of nervousness. So
McCarthy with the ball up the court.
We'll see who breaks out of that shell here soon, I'm sure. Good pass by Mr. Quinn and a great layup.
Excellent pass.
And Mr. Schutz, he has 4 points out of the 6, so it looks like they need to keep feeding him and see what he can do. Great defense. Mr. McCarthy, I believe, number 20.
And Thompson with the steal back. Going to go to the line for 2. Charlestown is now up by 2 points with 2 to go in the quarter.
Shooting 2.
Keem Thompson can tie it up if he hits these 2 free throws.
It looks like Bo's going to go to his bench and bring in the big man shooter, Mr. Bradley. So
Mr. Bradley had himself a game against Harper's Ferry a few nights ago.
On the first one.
Had 12 points, couple threes at the end of the game, and
looks like he's coming in for the shooter.
Hit 4 free throws in the last minute of the game to ice the win for his team.
That's a good night. Good hustle by Mr.
Did it all in about 6 minutes of playing time too, Brandon.
Hey, you got to make the best of your minutes, and I think that is that's exactly what he did that game. Huh?
Absolutely. You make the most of those little minutes, and you'll start to get
good
big
move by
minutes
Mr. Anzer.
Your 6th man this evening.
Looks like Charlestown's ball. And Mr. Bradley is in the game for Mr. Thompson. Looks like South is going to go into a zone.
South may be looking to put up some long 3 balls.
Number 25 with the dribble over to number 1, Mr. Stahl for Charlestown. Number 10 for Charlestown is also in the game, Mr. McDonald. He got a foul on a 3-point shot by Mr. Harrison for South. And that's something as a coach you never want to see. You cannot foul a 3-point shooter.
No.
And that almost could have been a 4-point play because Mr. Weaver got the shot off, and it looked good from my angle. So
Charlestown clinging to the 1-point lead, trying to go up.
Mr. Weaver with the bucket. And I think so far, Mr. Weaver, he is putting on a show. It doesn't seem like he's got, the nervous energy like the rest of them. He hit another one. I play basketball with his dad every now and then on Sundays over at Wildwood, and his dad is a player as well. That they must have some athletes in that family, man. He knocks down all 3.
Charlestown 9. South 5.
Got a foul on Mr. McDonald.
Harrison to inbound the ball over to Amsler to Stanley. Rhodes in the corner looking for the for the
Mr.
pass.
Stanley being aggressive out of bounds. Yep. And I think as a coach, Coach Wilkes over there is okay with that because he likes seeing his, his primary ball handler be aggressive sometimes, especially with Mr. Todd being out.
Got to keep your head up when you're driving the lane, though. He had Rhodes wide open in the corner for the driving kick.
Hey, sometimes when all you see is the bucket, but you got to get your head up.
Stahl to the rack. Looks like he tried.
On the floor.
Going to
Mr.
be a
Bradley
foul.
with the foul.
Less than a minute to go here in the first from Charlestown Middle School.
Looks like we're going to the bench for Charlestown. Back to Mr. Quinn.
Viewers at home, we are having some technical difficulties with our overlay. We are working to get it back up and running. In the meantime, we'll keep you up to date with the time and score throughout the broadcast.
Good move by Mr. Rhodes.
Gets on the board for his first 2 of the night. Stahl across half court to Schutz. Schutz back to Stahl. South going to get the steal. Stanley up to Rhodes. Rhodes in the open court.
Backboard.
Jumper off the mark. Bradley with the save from going out of bounds. Got Rhodes in the high post.
He's got 20 seconds left.
Bradley from the corner.
It looked good from our angle.
My depth perception's not so good.
Number 1 with the shot for Charlestown. Good. Ooh, that looked good too. Good rebound by number 25, Mr. McCarthy.
Stahl with the drive.
It's a good move.
Off the mark.
Mr. Weaver with the rebound. And that is the end of the first.
After 1. Charlestown 9, South Middle 7. We're going to take you to some quick words from our sponsors.
Helping families is my passion. It's what I love to do. Hi, I'm Cheryl Yates with ERA Liberty Realty. I've established a reputation for making your journey simple regardless of your price point. They say it takes a village, so I work closely with other professionals.
Back live, home team sports from Charlestown, West Virginia. Beginning of the second quarter. Charlestown's got a 2-point lead over South, and South is going to inbound from the baseline behind their own basket. Amsler with the inbound pass. Looking for Bradley over in the corner. Bradley up to Thompson. Back to Bradley. Drive.
It's a good move by Mr.
Carter Bradley with the drive floater. Ties the game up at 9. McCarthy dribbling up the sideline into the corner.
Stanley with the good defense and a steal. Oh.
Nice stop, and was going to shoot and got fouled in the act.
Send him to the line.
Amsler's going to go to the line for 2.
And I believe that's Mr. McDonald's second foul, so Coach Smith might have to go back to his bench.
South coming out with a little bit of fire here to start the second. Coach Wilkes is always good at in-between quarter and halftime adjustments.
We're off to the right. And it looks like Coach Smith is going to his bench, back to his starter, Mr. Quinn. And the second shot is up.
Off the back of the iron. Rhodes with the rebound.
Good rebound.
Put back for 2. He's got 4.
And he is a player that South obviously needs involved in their offensive game plan to be successful. Mr. Weaver again. I like his game, man.
He's stepping up in the absence of Gerdak. Stanley bringing the ball across the timeline. Thompson to Stanley to Amsler with the 3. Off the mark. Nice save, Mr. Stanley. Stahl with the outlet pass.
Amsler
going to go off Amsler. South with a little bit of depth perception problems early on, Brandon.
Yes. And it looks like we've got Mr. Quinn going to throw it in over here on the out of bounds. Quinn into Mr. Stahl. Mr. Quinn with the three. It's off the mark. Bradley with the rebound. South's going to take possession.
Keem Thompson bringing the ball up the floor to Bradley in the corner.
Shoot or shoot, man. Shoot.
Got him! Carter Bradley with the three.
And that's what he gives you. He comes in the game. He's a big body. He's going to play good defense, clog up the paint, but he can also shoot. So
he's a little microwave. He can get hot quick.
Yes, he can. Good defense.
Hamler with the steal. Takes it back out. Bradley.
Ooh, I thought he was pulling it again. I
thought he was going to pull up again. Thompson for three.
He will. Good shot.
Woo! Nakeem Thompson for three.
And I told you,
South is on fire.
The nerves will leave eventually, and I think that's what we're seeing right now.
Well, South likes to shoot the long ball, and those 2 threes falling, I think, are going to get them hyped up.
That's all
Got
you need.
Their bench into the game now. Mr. Schutz to the rack.
And one.
With the and one. Just what Charlestown needed to break that momentum South had going on.
Yeah, you had to get some type of points there, and hopefully he makes this, give him a 3-point offensive possession, and I mean, that's all you can ask for. And the score is 17-13 with 3 minutes and 43 seconds left. Again, sorry for the technical difficulties, but
looks like we got everything up and running again.
Oh, it is back up and running. Awesome.
17-14 South Side. 3:30 to go in the first half. Rhodes with the drive. Off the mark.
Mr.
Good
Stanley.
defense by Mr. Schutz. Zion Stanley with the steal.
Good pass.
Rhodes back to Stanley.
Good pass.
Nice teamwork by South.
And that all started with the defense. Mr. Stanley, he
Thompson
great defense
steals again.
They're playing with energy right now.
That is a killer when you can steal. Oh, long three from Amsler off the mark. Stanley with the rebound.
It's a good move. Good defense.
Thompson underneath working. Got fouled.
And if that's on McDonald, that's going to be number 3.
And it definitely looks like the Panthers are getting ready to bring some subs in. I think they're maybe going back to a little bit bigger lineup.
Yeah.
South definitely with a little size advantage right now.
By Mr. Thompson. And he has an early 7 points for South, Mr. Thompson does.
Looks like South is going to bring Jeremiah Sanabria in for his first minutes of the game. And Mr. Colton Harrison checks back into the game, along with Stanley, Dick, and Thompson. I'm going to get Brian Dick with the travel. 2014 South Middle Trojans over the Charlestown Panthers. 3 minutes to go in the first half. It's like we could have a little bit of a nail biter this evening.
Yeah, I think the games that we do work on, most of them are nail biters, correct?
They have been. That
Mr. Stahl again with the he's going to the line to shoot too.
That North-South game, that was a wild fourth quarter.
Yes, it was.
Kai Rhodes having the last 13 points of the game that evening.
Yeah. Whew. 22 of this team's 49? Is that what it was?
Yes, I believe it was, Brandon.
Great game by him. Great game.
Mr. Schutz misses the first free throw.
We have had a good bit of free throws missed in this game so
That
far.
one's going to be off the mark. Sanabria with the rebound. Gives it to Thompson, who's going to bring the ball up floor.
Timeout by
Coach Boat Wilkes is going to call a timeout, and we're going to call 1-2. Here's some word from our sponsors. Back live at the Barker Center with my man Brandon Ashenfelter. We're having ourselves a game tonight so far.
And South got rid of those pre-game jitters, and they started shooting the ball. So
Carter Young's in the game for South, another three-point specialist. Thompson being guarded close by Stahl. Brian Dick from the corner. Off the mark, but Charlestown can't quite handle the rebound. Off of Quinn and out of bounds. Carter Young's going to inbound for the Trojans. Keem Thompson in the corner for three. Uh-oh. Another three for the Trojans. Now they are up by 9 points with 2 to go in the first half.
And he has 10 of his team's 23 so far, so seems like Mr. Thompson definitely has the hot hand.
Mr. Thompson making a bid early in this game for your Samson Properties Home Team Sports Player of the Game tonight.
He is. And he's handling the primary ball.
Definitely the leader in the clubhouse so far. Got a couple steals, couple rebounds, having himself an all-around game, stepping up in absence of Boston Todd.
Good defense.
Ooh, Mr. Dick hard into the wall, padding.
Oh, get your head
Long pass off the mark. Santa Bria with the rebound. Over to Harrison, who's going to bring it up the floor. Carter Young over to Thompson. Thompson over to Brian Dick. Carter Young. Harrison in the corner. Back to Carter Young. Santa Bria in the high post at the elbow, off the mark. Dick with the rebound, turnaround. That was just off the mark, too. Stahl going to bring it up the floor. Carter Young with the tight defense. McCarthy over to Stahl again.
With the three.
Off the mark, Brian Dick with another rebound.
Good defense by Mr. McDonald.
Getting the ball into Thompson's hands to bring it up court. Thompson's going to take it all the way. Blocked. Rebound by Harrison to Dick. That one's just off the mark. Nakeem Thompson is working down low.
Another timeout
by Coach. We're going to have a timeout with 25 seconds here to go in the first half. South Middle Trojans 23, Charlestown Panthers 14. What you think's going on in these huddles right now, Brandon?
Well, I think Coach Wilkes, he called that so that he could slow his team down and get some points before this halftime. And I think what Coach Jason is just telling his kids, like, hey, we are okay. We have a whole nother half to play. South is shooting the lights out right now, Mr. Thompson. We obviously need to be aware of where he is on the floor. And then, they'll go into halftime. I'm sure they'll make some more adjustments and, hopefully come out and, improve on what they're not doing so far.
Looks like we're going to have Dick, Rhodes, Harrison, Stanley.
Oh, they took Mr. Thompson out. Okay.
And
Rhodes, Dick, Stanley, Harrison,
Young over in the
Young
corner.
In the corner. Yep.
Looks like we got McCarthy, Weaver, Stahl, Schutz, and Quinn.
Great defense. It looks like they are going to hold for the last shot. Carter with the miss. Harrison with the rebound, and that's out of bounds, going down.
1/10 of a second left in the first. We're still having technical difficulties with our scoreboard going in and out. With that being said, we're going to go to halftime. South Middle 23, Charlestown 14. Here's some word from our sponsors.
In NCAA Division II, student athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student athletes want to make a difference and truly be part of their surrounding communities. Through community engagement, thousands of student athletes from various backgrounds interact with community members who view them as role models. This interaction leaves a positive and perhaps even life-changing impression on all those involved. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
broadcast announcer with Home Team Sports TV, sales consultant here at O'Pekin Motors. Make a fast break to 838 East Moeller Avenue in Martinsburg. Come see me for a slam dunk of a deal.
Sir, go ahead and sign right there, and you can take your brand new XT4 home.
All right.
Thank you very much,
Yes,
sir. There you go.
All right.
In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student-athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student-athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student-athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's will you?
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's will you?
Juan is the ultimate hype guy. I love him. He's always positive. He's always pepping them up and firing them up.
Parker, work, Parker, work, Parker, work, 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 Back live, Home Team Sports TV. Jeremy Adkins and Brandon Ashenfelter. Brandon, first half, South.
I don't want to say shot the lights out, but they definitely shot better than Charlestown. I mean, 23 points. We got 10 of them coming from Mr. Thompson, so he's having a great game. But on the other side, you do have Mr. Weaver as well, playing a great game.
South had an explosive 2.5 minutes
they did.
there.
That last
Bradley hit a three.
Exactly.
They pressed and got a steal. They pressed and got another steal. Thompson hit 2 threes.
2 threes, yeah.
It came in bunches.
Well, and that's going to happen at the middle school level, and I think that's what Jason probably was going in, Coach Smith, and telling his players, like, hey, they had their run, now let's go on ours. And I think that's what they're waiting for.
South looks like it's handling the absence of its point guard, Boston Todd, a little bit better so far than Charlestown's doing without Xavier Gerdak.
And I'm not familiar with him. I haven't got to see him play, but just from hearsay and what everybody's been telling me, he's one of Charlestown's best players, primary ball handler. Obviously, you miss him when he's out. This is a pretty even matchup, though, if you ask me, with both of their point guards out, and we've had a great first half. So,
yeah, I got to see Mr. Gerdak play against Wildwood when we did the game, and Wildwood's definitely the cream of the crop so far here in the MAC, and Mr. Gerdak played great defense and handled the pressure of Wildwood a lot better than most of his teammates did. And
I'd like to know the score to that Wildwood North game. If anybody wants to send it to a member of Home Team Sports so we can let all of our viewers know, that'd be greatly appreciated. But hey, looks like we're getting ready to start this second half, Jeremy, and I think we're in for a good one.
Like to see Charlestown get this thing close again so we can have one of those epic finishes.
Hey, we love those. We might get a little hype for the viewers at home, but it's about the atmosphere.
Definitely pushing into the red on the soundboard.
Mr. Quinn bringing it up for Charlestown.
McCarthy with the ball. Floater from the free throw. Awesome mark. Rebound. Stahl. Put back.
And he also has 9 points. So Mr. Stahl is playing lights out for his Charlestown squad.
Stanley to the Rhodes in the high post, over to the Keem in the corner.
Great ball
back
movement.
to Rhodes, off the mark. Zane Stanley with the family trademark putback. Definitely learned that move from his pops and his older brother.
Yes, sir. Stop
Rhodes
the momentum.
Pick
That's
up a foul
every time.
Footwork is key.
Gotta slide your feet. Have to slide your feet.
And I know Mr. Rhodes knows that.
Oh, for sure. He is a basketball player, man.
He was in the gym working with one of our sponsors, Money Mar Marcus Roper, over the weekend when I showed up with my daughter for her session, and Mr. Todd was there, and they were getting that work in. Working 7 days a week, grinding out, trying to get to this championship.
Hey, man, the kids now want it, and it's a great thing that Marcus gives them, that other avenue of getting some work in, individual work. Good shot by Mr. Stahl.
4:55 to go in the third. Charlestown closes to within 7. Stanley to the high post again, to Rhodes, back to Stanley, to Sanabria. Back to Rhodes. They're working that triangle.
And Number 30 is actually Micah Green. They do resemble each other, though.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Big in stature. Right. Big in stature. They both are.
Thanks,
That's
Brandon.
the first time we're
Micah.
actually seeing him.
My apologies to Mr. Green and family. Need to head over to the eye doctor and hook up some new spectacles.
I mean, one of them wears 30, one of them wears 10, and they're both very big in stature. So
I think I was a little bit mystified about Boat running a Phil Jackson Tex Winters triangle over there.
He definitely, he's going to his bench, turn and look.
That's some old school stuff. Green to Thompson. Thompson's looking for that 3, didn't pull the trigger. Amsler back to Thompson. Back to Green on the cut. Quinn's going to steal it up to Weaver. Back to Schutz.
Good move.
Schutz brings the Panthers within 5. And it looks like Mr. Amsler is down on the floor.
Looks like he hit the wall, maybe, or did he hit the floor? Which one was it?
I think
I
it
was
might
looking
have been
at the
both.
ball.
I was watching the ball.
He did hit his head.
Definitely looked like he hit his head. Coach Wilkes out to check on his player. A little bit of concern here in the gym. I think it's a good time to take you to a commercial break. Well, actually not. Mr. Amsler is up and looks like he is good to go.
He's shaking that arm like he might have hit his elbow or his wrist or something, so hopefully he is okay.
Maybe a little stinger.
Yeah.
Looks like he's going to check out of the game.
And it is going to be South's ball.
We got Thompson, Stanley, Harrison, Green, and Rhodes on the floor for the Trojans.
And it looks like he's going to go ahead to his bench and bring Mr. Dick in, but not yet.
Not quite quick enough.
Got to get him in a little sooner.
Less than 4 minutes to go in the third. South with the 5-point lead. Rhodes from the corner. Off the mark. Looks like South's having a little bit of problem shooting in this gym tonight. They've had a couple long and short. Oh, looks like we have a score update from Wildwood. Looks like they're leading the North Middle Blue Devils 17-9.
Close one.
Thanks, Rob, for the score update from Wildwood.
We've got Mr. Stahl going to the line for 2. He has 6 points already this half, so let's see if he can get him 2 more.
It's all the points for the Panthers this half.
Like I said before, there are some missed free throws in this game, and I think that's something that the coaches are going to emphasize in practice tomorrow.
Mr. Dick going to check in for Green.
And the second one is good for Mr. Stahl.
Thompson going to inbound the ball to Stanley, back to Thompson.
Mr. McDonald comes in and changes the dynamic. He likes putting some full court pressure on the South Trojans guards.
He's got some quickness and some speed.
Yes, he does, and
he's putting the defensive pressure on Thompson.
Out of bounds, stay in there.
Just a 4-point lead for South after leading by 9 at halftime. Rhodes is going to inbound the ball.
Mr. McDonald with the speed. Good block by Mr. Stanley.
Stanley gets up and puts that one out of bounds. Going to be Panthers ball. As McCarthy checks in the game.
And Coach Smith is praising Mr. McDonald for that hustle.
Not to second guess Coach Jason, but I don't know if I'd have been pulling him out at this point. He had a little bit of a spark going for his team.
Maybe he saw something that we didn't over here. Who knows?
Well, that's
Mr. Stahl is fighting down there.
Dick with the rebound. Up to Harrison. Harrison in the open
floor. Good move by Mr. Harrison. Good defense by Weaver. And we got a jump ball.
Getting a little chippy down there.
These are in here fighting. I love it. The hustle, the effort. High energy. This is the type of ball game that we wanted.
Looks like we got a timeout on the floor, and we're going to have a timeout and a word from our sponsors. Welcome back to Home Team Sports TV with this hype game between the Panthers and the Trojans. Live from the Barker Center in downtown Charlestown. Me and Brandon Ashenfeld are on the call. A little back and forth contest so far.
I mean, this third quarter is huge right now. So far, South's only scored 2 points.
Another update coming in from Home Team Sports main man Reggie. It is now 23-9 Wildwood.
Mr. Weaver with the shot, and it's a little off.
And word on the street is Wildwood's trying to give up less than 25
Move
points
by Mr.
tonight.
Thompson, but we got an offensive charge. Great call by the referee, and way to step up and take it by Mr. Stahl.
You know, that's one thing. They definitely put the good officials on the game tonight. It's been a very, very, very well called game.
Indeed, it has, and like we talked about, they know obviously what implications this has on the playoffs, so they had to send their best guys. Mr. Stahl with the three. He can shoot it too. And there we go. Three for Mr. Stahl. And he's hype. I love it.
Charlestown has closed the game to within 1 point.
And Mr. Stahl, that'll be his 10th point in this second half already. So he has a total of 17 points for the Panthers right now.
We got ourselves a barn burner here from Charlestown. Got playoff implications. The second seed is on the line tonight. And Charlestown is not going to lay down for South.
And there's Mr. Stahl with the block. He's all over the place. We got to travel on Charlestown. Mr. Stahl, hey, if Charlestown holds on to this lead and a win, Mr. Stahl is definitely making his case for Sampson Properties Player of the Game. Mr. Thompson back to Harrison, into Mr. Rhodes, what a steal.
Charlestown has controlled the pace of this third period, Brandon.
A minute and 30 seconds left, and Charlestown, like you said it, they're controlling this second half so far. And I think that's what they need to do is obviously go to their hot hand.
Thompson with the steal. He's going to take it all the way down the court off the mark. Harrison misses the putback. Dick with the putback. South now up by 3, 27-20. A minute, 18 seconds to go here in the third.
And that is only South's second bucket of this second half. So they've got to get some offense going if they'd like to keep the lead in this game.
Been like the Sahara Desert for him, Brandon.
Ty Rhodes with the good rebound. And South really would like to see a bucket here.
Kai Rhodes has been pretty quiet this game, Brandon.
I think he only has 4 points. 4 points, yeah. Only 4 points for Mr. Rhodes. So
Stanley to Thompson.
Hopefully we can get them involved.
Thompson tries to thread the needle. It's going to be stolen by McCarthy. Going to bring it up the floor for the Panthers. Back to McCarthy. Over to Schutz, who's the hot hand. He's going to drive and get a foul on the floor.
He is playing super aggressive, and I love to see it.
I think he might have got into the Red Bull at halftime, Brandon. Because he got
maybe
some wings.
That
right
MJ
now.
secret juice or something, you know?
Little Space Jam reference.
Look at him wide open.
Good nice work, Charlestown.
And that is the first bucket outside of Mr. Schutz on this half. So Mr. Dick with the shot.
Waning seconds of the third off the side of the backboard.
And we got Kai Rhodes going to the line.
Going to go to the line for two. With 11 seconds to go here in the third. Trojans up by 1. Some very important free throws here.
Indeed. Coach Boak's going to bring Mr. Stanley over and tell him to just tell his team to settle down, I'm sure. Mr. Rhodes with the first one, up and in.
Off the mark. Rhodes gets his own rebound, follows his shot. Off the back of the iron. Schutz with the rebound, up to McCarthy.
Oh. And I think that's a good no call. I honestly think that is a good no call. The offensive player was trying to get the contact, and the defensive player was straight up and had legal guarding position. So
Before we start this red-hot fourth quarter, we're going to take you to some word from our sponsors, Home Team Sports.
Helping families is my passion. It's what I love to do. Hi, I'm Cheryl Yates with ERA Liberty Realty. I've established a reputation for making your journey simple regardless of your price point. They say it takes a village, so I work closely with other professionals in the industry to make your experience a smooth one from start to finish.
We're so happy that we chose Cheryl Yates with ERA Liberty Realty to help us during our buying and selling process. If you would like a 5-star experience from top to bottom, choose Cheryl Yates.
As an Eastern Panhandle native, I possess an insight and knowledge of the area that is essential to reaching your goals. Whatever your real estate needs may be, remember me. I'm the key to buying or selling your home.
Back live from the Barker Center, Home Team Sports, bringing you the game the community wanted to see with all the playoff implications on the line. Brandon, what do we got to see this last quarter from each team?
I think the energy is going to be through the roof from both of these squads, but South needs to stop Mr. Schutz, and Charlestown needs to keep Mr. Thompson under wraps because he did not score in that third quarter. So
Stanley from the corner, off the mark.
Good rebound.
McCarthy with the rebound.
Mr. Quinn going to slow it down.
Charlestown working the ball around the perimeter. Thompson tries for the steal. McCarthy from the corner, back to Quinn. Quinn with the three, off the back of the iron.
Rebound by Mr.
Stahl with the rebound. I'm sorry, Schutz with the rebound. He's going to get fouled.
And he still has his 17 points on the game, so
Woo.
Yeah, he is balling right now.
Woo.
And would have more if he could knock down these free throws.
These free throws are all going to be important here in this fourth period.
His 18th point. $18 out of 27, I'd say you are probably going to be that Sampson Properties player game.
About 70% of his team's points.
Yeah. And he's doing it on both ends. I mean, he's hustling down on the defensive end.
Charlestown's definitely dominated the second half of this game. Rose got caught with the travel.
Good defense by Mr. Schutz. And he is playing a complete game, in my opinion.
He is. He is leading his team, stepping up in the absence of Gerdak.
He's on the board.
Thompson with the steal. Errant pass. Mr. Quinn's going to bring it up for his team. Over to Weaver. Back to Quinn. To McCarthy in the corner. Back to Quinn.
I think Schutz wants
to McCarthy for three.
Good shot.
Right off the mark. Stahl with the rebound. And teammates going to run into each other over there. A lot of hustle going on, but don't take your own teammate out.
They got pretty close to those bleachers over there, too. I was a little worried. Coach Smith yells out his defensive play.
This is the game I was hoping for when I got in the car and started heading this way. Young from the corner off the mark.
Kai Rose with the push.
Rose with the they got him with a foul. Everything seems to be going the Panthers' way this half, Brandon.
And it looks like Mr. Rhodes is surprised at that. But it did, from my angle, look like he extended that arm a little bit on the rebound. So over to Mr. Schutz. And Mr. Schutz is going to play point guard for a little. 28-28. I think this is the ball game we were all wanting. So
Quinn in the corner, drives to the rack.
Good shot.
Gotta be the shoes.
Good shot.
And Colt Wilkes is going to call a timeout and rally the troops. Charlestown with its first lead since early in the game. Here's a word from our sponsors.
In NCAA Division II, student athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student athletes want to make a difference and truly be part of their surrounding communities. Through community engagement, thousands of student athletes from various backgrounds interact with community members who view them as role models. This interaction leaves a positive and perhaps even life-changing impression on all those involved. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Welcome back. We got 4 minutes left in this contest. It's been everything it was hyped up to be. Charlestown looks like it's bringing Mr. McDonald back into the game for a spark.
Up the court
Rhodes with the ball at half court to Stanley.
South.
Quinn with the steal.
Got to
take it all away.
Good block by Stanley, but they're going to say
Hutchinson with the foul. Everything, loose balls, bounces, shots, calls, it's all going the Panthers' way. And you know, they've been hustling a lot. When you hustle, that tends to happen.
Yeah, I mean, they turn defense into offense right there, and that's exactly what they need. So Charlestown is playing a great second half.
It looks like Mr. Amsler, who was injured earlier in the half, is back in the game. Bringing in Carter Bradley, the three-point specialist.
And it looks like Mr. Amsler's coming in with some tape on that wrist, so I guess it was a wrist injury that he went out with. So
good IB.
Yes, sir. 20/20 vision. And Mr. Quinn's going to make that second one.
Panthers are now up by 3, also into the bonus. Amsler bringing the ball, guarded closely by McDonald.
Good defense.
Keem Thompson. Got Carter Young and Carter Bradley in the game, both three-point shooters. Young in the corner. Into Thompson, cutting to the rack. Nice floater, not Keem Thompson.
That's his first points of this second half, so Charlestown's done a great job holding him.
Amsler fired up. Looks like he got a good breather on the bench while they were looking at that wrist.
We're going back to Weaver for Charlestown for McDonald.
Charlestown going to inbound the ball from the far corner. It's like South's pressing. Quinn going to break it and take it all the way himself.
And that is a...
Got him!
I'll stay out of that one. I think Mr. Rhodes has legal position.
Position was established. He was not too far underneath the basket.
And we
don't have a semicircle anyway to work with.
Kelly Church explained that rule to me. He said that as long as they are there before them with legal guarding position, they can turn sideways, they can back up, they can jump up and down, they can move to the side.
Yes.
They just have to be there in legal guarding position before the contact. So that was a great move.
Well, to be honest with you, Brandon, Mr. Watkins, our other official, posted a long post about that a week or so ago again on Facebook that said the exact same thing.
And we got Carter Young with the three.
That's why they brought him into the game, tied up at 33. Charlestown's going to call a timeout. 3:21 left to go in this game. We're going to take you to a word from our sponsors.
Jeremy Atkins, broadcast announcer for Home Team Sports TV, sales consultant here at O'Pekin Motors. Make a fast break to 838 East Moeller Avenue in Martinsburg. Come see me for a slam dunk of a deal. Sir, go ahead and sign right there, and you can take your brand new XT4 home.
All right.
Thank you very much, sir. Here you go.
All right.
And we are back live. Hope everybody enjoyed my commercial that Miss Sid, our camera gal, hooked me up with. If you need a whip, come see me at Opequon Motors. 33-33. Quinn over to McCarthy. Get the ball to Schutz. Trying to post up on Rhodes. Quinn going to take it to the rack.
Good pass.
Charlestown, as the bounces are going their way tonight. 35-33, under 3 to go. Young in the corner. Rhodes in the corner, loses control of the ball under. Oh, looks like we're going to get a foul underneath.
On number 20, Mr. Schutz. And I don't believe anybody on the floor is in foul trouble right now.
No, Charlestown only has 2 fouls this half.
I mean, South has 8.
South has 8.
So we're 1-1 next time they foul.
That's going to be important down the stretch if South has to foul. Long pass over the head of Rhodes. To be honest, if you get down the stretch and got to start fouling, that might help.
Yeah.
Stop the clock, send them to the line instead of stopping the clock and giving them a possession. Opportunity to wind more clock off.
I think South wants to up this pressure a little bit if I'm Coach Boat Wilkes.
Definitely got to up the pressure.
Because now Charlestown doesn't have to score. They can hold the ball.
Thompson goes for the steal on Schutz.
Good defense.
Gets it. Off the back of Amsler. Young with the ball up to Rhodes. Rhodes looking to take it to the rack. Underhanded scoop off the mark, but he's going to go to the line for 2.
And this is a chance to tie the game, so he definitely needs to knock down these 2 free throws. Looks like Coach Boat is going to go to his bench and
pretty quiet here at Charlestown right now. If I was the Panthers fans, I'd be getting loud. Rhodes knocks down the first one. Zane Stanley's going to come in the game and give Keem Thompson a breather. I think Coach Boat is going to rest him up for the home stretch. Got a little noise there, and Rhodes missed. Charlestown out on the break. Past McCarthy a little bit too far. Schutz with the ball. Thought about the 3. South playing tight defense. Quinn moves the ball over to Weaver. Weaver to Schutz. Back to McCarthy. Charlestown trying to eat some clock up. Schutz in the corner. He's going to pull the 3. Oh!
He is the hot hand.
He has had himself a second half tonight. 38-34 Panthers. Minute 30 to go. McCarthy with the steal. The Panthers crowd has come alive.
What a game by Mr. Schutz.
38-34. Charlestown looking to eat that clock up. Swinging the ball around the perimeter. Quinn at the top of the key. He's going to drive in.
Another block.
Got him.
Going to the line. They calling it on the floor. Are we shooting 2? We're shooting 2.
That was not on the floor. He was definitely in the act of shooting. Looks like Mr. Quinn might have took a little bit of a tumble there, adjusting his knee braces.
Mr. Thompson's going to come back in for South.
Quinn looking a little bit winded there.
And it looks like Coach Boat's going to go to his bench with Mr. Dick.
Brian Dick's going to come into the game. I think they might be taking out. Oh, Kai Rhodes is going to come out. Carter Young is going to come out. It's like Bradley, Amsler, Dick, Stanley, and Thompson for this last minute, 10 seconds of the game.
See if Mr. Quinn can knock this down.
It's an important free throw, Brandon. He got it.
Got a full timeout.
Got a full timeout by Coach Wilkes, down by 5 points. Wow, Charlestown really turned it around in this second half. 25 points. South's only scored 10.
Yeah, this is a great game right now. Charlestown's, they, like you said earlier, they came ready to play. Coach Smith obviously went in and made some adjustments in this second half. And, with the lights out play from Mr. Schutz and then some hard defense and high energy, I mean, you really can't go wrong.
This is a really important game to get that number 2 seed.
Yeah,
number 2 seed, it puts you on the opposite side of the bracket from Wildwood.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Charlestown wins, then it goes to.
It's going to go to tiebreakers.
Yeah, point differential.
And I can't even gander to know what those were going to be.
Oh,
Coach Miller Miller hooked us up, but he didn't go that hard.
Hopefully he can go into more depth later this evening. And it looks like Mr. Quinn just ran into the.
He took himself a tumble. He was holding his abdomen while he was shooting those free throws. Toughed it out and hit them both, though. Who are we going to have? Mr. McDonald is going to be in the game. That's I think that's a good substitution for Coach Jason there.
High energy.
Looks like we got the trainer going to the locker room, too. I hope Mr. Quinn is okay back there.
Maybe his dad.
Looks like Pops is taking off, too. South needs a three-pointer. Bradley's wide open in the corner.
Oh, man.
Amsler way off the mark. Gotta look. Carter Bradley was wide open that whole possession.
It looks like that is going to be South's ball.
South's going to retain possession. They need a quick score. Amsler with the ball over to Thompson. Zane Stanley in the corner, tied up. Thompson, Bradley's wide open again.
Man.
Amsler off the mark.
I think they need to go to their shooter, man. They need to go to their shooter. And Mr. Schutz is going to go to the line, 1-and-1.
They got to keep their head up. Carter Bradley's well over a 40% free three-point shooter, and
I
he does not miss when he's
Mr.
wide
Bradley
open.
is telling him I'm wide open. So
definitely,
and I would
that
be
vibe.
too. I would be too.
He's hawking up a little bit.
And Mr. Schutz, I'm sorry.
Hey guys, we're having more technical difficulties with our scoreboard. The Panthers are up 40-34. There's 45 seconds left in this barn burner of a contest. Amsler's coming out the game. Harrison's coming back in. We got Harrison, Thompson, Stanley, Dick, and Bradley.
And that is Mr. Schutz' 18th point of the half. So he has 20, 22, 24, 25. Up to Mr. Bradley, back to Mr. Thompson, and it's out of bounds on Charlestown.
While we have a break in the action, getting a chime in on the score from one of our reporters over at Wildwood. It is 41-19.
My goodness.
Wildwood on a mission to hold North under 25 points.
And it is Charlestown's ball with 34 seconds left.
Costly turnover.
That
the game has slipped away from South.
And there goes Coach Smith with the timeout. He's going to set his team up and get a good one. It's definitely been a great second half for the Charlestown Panthers.
South Middle really needs to get a steal and a quick three.
Yes.
Press, turnover, another quick three. Wouldn't be out of the stretch of the imagination to see it happen. They scored about 8 points in 11 or 12 seconds in the first quarter.
You never want to count anything out in atmospheres and games like this because you never know what could happen.
No.
And if I'm Coach Boat, like you said, I'm going for the steal. If not, maybe get a quick foul. But Charlestown's actually been knocking down their free throws this second half. So
yeah, don't want to count anybody out. The Jefferson Lady Cougars made a hellacious comeback in the last minute to take down the Bulldogs last night.
And it looks like we're good to go.
Sorry, night before last.
And Charlestown's going to throw the ball in. Mr. Quinn. Over to Mr. Mr. Stahl, and into Mr. Weaver. And he makes a great decision.
Stanley trying to steal the ball. Somebody's got a foul.
Yeah, and you have to go for the ball. That's close. That's close. But it looks like number 1, Mr. Stahl, is going to the line.
South letting precious seconds tick
and
off that clock.
And now they are in the double bonus, so shooting 2 from here on out.
Charlestown hung in there against Wildwood in the meeting I was here for by getting Wildwood in foul trouble.
Sometimes that's what you have to do. I mean, if you have a player that is overly aggressive and they're one of the opposing team's best player, try to get them in foul trouble. It helps you violation of the shooter.
Absolutely, Brandon.
Left way before it hit the rim.
If I got a player I know is handsy or a player that I know is going to jump instead of walling up, I'm going to be going at him from the minute the game starts.
Yeah.
Stanley out in the open floor.
Need to go ahead and stop. Okay, you're going to take costly turnover, and I think Charlestown
that's going to be a wrap, Brandon. 40 to 34, 15 seconds left in the game.
Mr. Quinn,
Charlestown crowd is feeling like the game is in hand.
So 15 seconds left, Mr. Atkins. Are we in agreement who
I definitely believe
player of the game is?
We know who our Sampson Properties, brought to you by Adam Shively, player of the game is going to be.
What a game he had, Mr. Schutz.
I think he filled up the bucket for himself and Mr. Gerdak, who was absent this season.
Yeah. There's no doubt about that when he came ready to play. I believe 25 points. Let me check to make sure.
40 to 34, 15 seconds to go.
He's got 26 points.
41-34.
Mr. Schutz with 26 points. I say he had himself
10
a
seconds
night.
to go. Bradley in the corner with 3. That's going to be a long.
And Zion.
Put back by Stanley. And South's going to foul with 3 seconds to go in the game.
Mr.
Charlestown is up by 5. It's like the crowd is going to give these Panthers a standing ovation, which I believe they deserve.
They do deserve, and
they came back from a 9-point deficit, now have a 5-point lead.
I think Mr. Schutz is going to walk the halls of Charlestown tomorrow, and he's going to get praised for the game he had tonight. 26 points and a win.
Walk, they might be carrying him around.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, Coach Smith might have to get him his own throne somewhere after the game he's had.
Get him a little rascal scooter, I don't know, and that is a wrap. Charlestown 43, South 36. Going to take you to a word from our sponsors, and we'll be back with our Sampson Properties player of the game.
Helping families is my passion. It's what I love to do. Hi, I'm Cheryl Yates with ERA Liberty Realty. I've established a reputation for making your journey simple regardless of your price point. They say it takes a village, so I work closely with other professionals in the industry to make your experience a smooth one from start to finish.
We're so happy that we chose Cheryl Yates with ERA Liberty Realty to help us during our buying and selling process. If you would like a 5-star experience from top to bottom, choose Cheryl Yates.
As an Eastern Panhandle native, I possess an insight and knowledge of the area that is essential to reaching your goals. Whatever your real estate needs may be, remember me. I'm the key to buying or selling your home.
We are back with Home Team Sports and our Sampson Properties player of the game, Mr. Schutz. Man, you filled up the stat sheet.
Thank you.
26 points. I saw you hustling for the loose balls. You were getting blocks, rebounds. How did you prepare for a game like this?
Practice, and our coach gave us a lot of motivation going into the game and a great halftime speech, and we came out and we did what we do best.
Hey, man, you had, I want to say, 19 points in the second half. So what did Coach Smith say to you at halftime, and what made you come out here and just put on a show for these fans?
We just had to slow down, run our offense, and just keep pushing and pushing through the game.
Hey, man, well, congratulations. You're the Home Team Sports Sampson Property Player of the Game. Excellent game, 26 points. I have to say it again because in middle school basketball, you don't see that too often, man. So hats off to you. Congratulations, and good luck the rest of the year.
Thank you.
Good job, man. And that is it again for Home Team Sports live broadcast. Again, I'm Brandon Ashenfelter, Jeremy Atkins. Good luck to all the teams the rest of the season, and we'll see you guys all soon.